So we are now in full lockdown, just as we were at the very start of the pandemic. So schools have closed until at least the middle of February, and yeah, everything is back to, you know, housebound, going out only when you need to, and yeah, we're back to square one again. Luckily for me, I've been able to arrange all of my online teaching again, but I'm just getting so fed up now of having to arrange my schedule for face-to-face, then having to rearrange it again for online, then back to face-to-face, and so on. It's just backwards and forwards, flip-flopping here, there and everywhere, and it's very tiring after a while, but it is what it is, and I'm very grateful that my pupils are still sticking it out, which is great. Now, you may hear there's a noise in the background. This is a new fan heater that I got because it is extremely cold where I live, in the property that I live. Now, I'm not going to go onto a huge rant, but just suffice it to say that the last week or two has been really hard. I've got a landlord who's just got nothing between his ears, no common sense, no sense of any decency whatsoever to help me out in this old property that I'm in. He made lots of kind of promises about the heating system, and I don't, you know, it's a long and complicated story, but essentially the heating where I live is just wholly inadequate. The caveat is, you know, that I love the place, you know, the actual property, the location, everything is fantastic, and I'm happy with it, but the drawback being that during the winter it's excruciatingly cold. And because I'm working from home obviously a lot more, it does mean that I'm feeling it more. My landlord said that he would provide a bit more adequate heating over the winter period. We've had quite a bit of snow the last week. We've been topping temperatures, probably maximum about 3 degrees, with minimum temperatures going down to sort of minus 2, minus 3, and he still hasn't seen that as being a cold enough reason for putting the heating on. My kitchen is just awful. There's no heating in the kitchen. It's not facing the sun, so it doesn't get any sort of sunlight coming through, and it's actually been colder in the kitchen than it has in my fridge. A lot of people say, oh, you know, how do you put up with it, how do you put up with it? I think the reason why I put up with it is because, you know, outside of winter it's lovely, you know, it's the perfect property. I just wish I had a landlord that was, I don't know, he's old, you know, he's in his 80s, he's of a generation where he feels that, you know, in his day, you know, he would go out working, you know, in the coldest of conditions for 15 hours a day, and you know, we shouldn't be so grumbly about this, that and the other, but I guarantee his house is probably nice and toasty warm. I absolutely guarantee it. So that's kind of got me down a little bit this week, but because I work a lot obviously upstairs in my kind of officey part of the room, I have got this heater. The idea is that the heater will just kind of keep me warm. You know, it's not designed to warm the room, but more to designed just to warm my hands up whilst I'm working. And so far, you know, it's pretty good. It's quite low cost as well, so I can keep it running for a good couple of hours without too much concern. So hence why you may hear this whirring sound. So apart from that, I've been working very hard on Reset 21, which is scheduled for release at the end of this month. I've talked about it before. Essentially, it's 20 CDs only. There's no download, there's no streaming, there's no kind of promotion for it, and it's up for grabs for people to buy to get this limited edition signed CD with brand new music. I think the music is really some of my best, but it's dark. There's, you know, a lot of commentary on life now, and I think some people might not like what I have to say, and some people might be offended by what I have to say, but as a composer I think it's really important that we are given the chance to express ourselves, because our freedoms are, well, gone. We have no freedoms left. Did you not know that? No, we don't have any freedoms. I mean, I always knew that, but I suspect there's some people who are just kind of cottoning on to the fact that actually we don't have any rights or freedoms. And so this album really reflects how I feel about a lot of things. But I'm not going to make it easy for the people who buy the CD in terms of the titles. You're going to have to do a bit of digging and a bit of investigative work to get any kind of answers there. The idea really is I want this album to be, you know, a real rare, special piece that only a very small portion of people will have in their kind of collection. And I think there's something quite nice about that, because we live in an age where we can kind of have everything we want at our fingertips, and I kind of want to just go back a bit to something a little bit more precious, I suppose. Apart from that, nothing else to report, except for now, this week I'm just arranging all my lessons, arranging my schedule so that I'm, you know, set up, ready to teach. And that'll be it really, just working hard on Reset 21. My next project then will be my piano book via Alexa Madison. Then it will be my Amarok book on Mike Oldfield, and then it will be another on-track book for Sonic Bomb Publishing. So those are my 4 projects that will take me up to around about August then. So that's not bad. I think that will definitely keep me busy and going. As for busking, I doubt I'll be going out busking anytime soon, so I think I'll probably sort of pack up my gear and hold off now until maybe spring again, because I just don't think it's worth it at the moment. So that's it anyway. Look after yourselves. Yeah, here we go again. I know we're all in the same boat. Just keep doing what you can to get through it all. It's a little bit harder this time because the first lockdown was during the summer, so we had the nice weather, whereas now we're having to do it again, but in the dead of winter, so it poses some different challenges, definitely. But yeah, look after yourselves, and I will see you next week. Take care. Bye.